In this video, we're going to look at the ways to use our graphing calculator to answer questions about a parabola. In this particular problem, our parabola is called h of x, and it is negative 16x squared plus 240x plus 15. And in part A, we're asked to find the vertex, the y-intercept, and which way it opens. I'm going to start with what seems easiest to me, which is which way does it open. I look right here at the beginning, I see a negative, and I know that it opens down. All right, next I'm going to work with the y-intercept. The y-intercept happens when x equals 0. So I'm going to plug a 0 in here, square 0, take it times 16. I'm going to have a big 0 here, 240 times 0, 0 here. And I get 0 plus 15, which means my y-intercept equals 15. All right, now I'm going to go to the vertex. Well, to find the vertex, I need to do x equals negative b over 2a, which is our formula to find the x coordinate. Let's see, we need to erase this so we can see our equation again. All right, so we can see b, which is the number in front of x, is 240. So negative 240 over 2 times negative 16. And I'm going to want the calculator to figure that out. So we'll type in here over negative 240. We're going to divide, and we're going to use parentheses to make sure we divide by all of 2 times negative 16. Close parentheses. And there's our answer, 7.5. So our vertex, we now know the x coordinate is 7.5, but we still need the y coordinate. One way to get the y coordinate is to just plug it in this formula and type it all in our calculator. But another way is to use the table feature, and we might make less mistakes doing that. So to use the table feature, I need to put my equation into y1. So negative 16x squared plus 240x plus 15. All right, now I'm going to go to table set right here, second table set, and I'm going to start my table at 7.5. Looks like I may have done this problem before because it's already there, but if it was something else, I could just type in 7.5. Now I'm going to hit second table, and you'll see there's my answer right there, 915. So my vertex is 7.5, 915. All right, so we've done part A, and now in part B, we're asked to find a good window to view this parabola. I want you to see that right now my window on here is a basic negative 10 to 10, and if I hit graph, I don't see anything because I have the wrong window to see things. So how do we pick a good window? Well, we're going to take the clues from part A to help us out. We're just going to sketch what we've got going on here. I know that my y-intercept is 15, which is way smaller than this vertex at 915. So I'm going to kind of put the 15 here. And my vertex, let's kind of exaggerate it here, goes all the way up to 7.5, 915. And it opens down. So this thing goes up and back down like this. All right, so, and I know on the x-axis, this is at 7.5. So it takes 7.5 to go up, and to come back down to 15 will take another 7.5. So for my x minimum, I definitely want to at least double this and a bit more. So I'm going to round it up 8, double that 16, and just a bit more because I still have to come down a bit more. So I'm going to make my x max maybe as high as 25 just to make sure I've got enough space. And on the other side, it doesn't look like I'm going to need too much there, but just to give myself space, maybe negative 10. And I'm going to tick marks every 5. Now there isn't just one answer to this, but what you do have to have is a window that shows both x-intercepts and the vertex. Y max is kind of easy because I can see how high it goes. It goes up to 915. I'm not going to do it exactly at 950. I'm going to give myself a little space. 1,000 seems like a reasonable answer. And if I'm doing tick marks to 1,000, I'll probably put tick marks every 100. And I want to go a little bit below here. And if I'm doing tick marks every 100, maybe I'll go down 2 tick marks worth, so negative 200. So let's give this a go. So my window, negative 10. And then we've got 25 and 5, negative 200, 1,000, oops, one too many 0. Let's go back, delete, and 100. All right, so we're ready to graph. And that looks pretty good. I probably gave myself more space than I needed across here, but that's okay. I can see everything I need. I can see my x-intercepts, my vertex, my y-intercept. Now we're ready to answer some other questions. So in this first question, we're asked to find the x-intercepts rounded to 2 decimal places. Now to find x-intercepts, we need to figure out when y equals 0. And we're going to do that by going into our y equals and having y2 equal to 0. Now when I graph it, it's not going to look any different because when I graphed y equals 0, I had, let me just, right here, my y equals 0 is right on the x-axis, so it's hard to tell the difference. But I can find the intersections right here and here, and those are going to be my x-intercepts. So let's give this a go. We're going to hit second calc, and we're going to choose choice 5, which is to intersect. And we're going to go with our cursor to the right till we get close to this one. We press enter when it says first curve. When it says second curve, we press enter. When it says guess, we press enter. And that tells us the answer, 15.06. So 15.06 is one of them. Now to get the other one, we do the same thing, but we need to get the cursor closer. So second calc, intersect, and now we need to bring that cursor off to the left all the way down so it's closer to the other one. First curve, you'll notice the equation's up here. We press enter. Second curve is when y equals 0. We press enter. We press enter one more time. And there's our other one, negative 0.06. We're going to 2 places. And we've answered our question. What are the x-intercepts? Negative 0.06 and 15.06. So in choice D, when it asks us when does h of x equal 500, we're going to go into our y equals, and rather than finding the intersection with 0, we're going to find the intersection with 500. So I typed in y equals 500, and there's my graph, and I can see where those two answers are going to be. They're going to be right here and right here. And here's that line, y equals 500. And so we're going to do the same thing, second calc, intersect, and we're going to go closer to one of them, press enter 1, 2, 3 times, and I get 12.59 for one of them. And then I do second calc, intersect, and I'm going to go back to the other side, press enter 1, 2, 3 times, and there's my answer, 2.41 if I'm rounding, so 2.41. So those are my two answers, there and there. The next question is asking when does h of x, when is it greater than 800? Well, this time I'm going to go in and change that 500 and y2 to 800. Hit graph again. Now I've got a line up here at 800. And so this is up here at y equals 800. We're going to do the intersection again. So second calc, intersect. I guess I'll go down the left side first. Press enter 1, 2, 3 times. 4.82 on this side. That's this point. And then second calc, intersect. Head over to the right side. Press enter 1, 2, 3 times. 10.18. And we were asked when is it greater? Well, it's going to be greater up here when it's above that line. So we're going to give an answer that's in interval notation this time, all the way from 4.82 to 10.18.